Blissful Bunch, back with another video.
Today we're going to be sharing our labor and delivery experience.
Yes, we're going to be telling y'all about our experience that we had with the labor and delivery of our daughter, Zuri.
So yeah, we're going to tell you guys from start to finish, and we're going to get into detail about everything. Let's start from my due date. My due date was here. Nothing happened. So a day went by, the next day, the next day, the next day. So I was 4 days past my due date. So the doctors called me in and she told me she was gonna go ahead and do a membrane sweep. So membrane sweep is whenever they separate the placenta from your uterine wall. So they did that. It was the worst pain I've ever experienced. And right after that, I just started bleeding. So I lost my mucus plug, which is the first sign of actual labor. So I lost my mucus plug and nothing happened. Then that night, I started having a lot of contractions. So I went ahead and went into the hospital, and I was there for like 4 hours, and they finally told me, okay, you're not going into labor anytime soon. The reason your contractions are so hard is because you're dehydrated. So go ahead and drink a gallon of water every few hours, like 5 hours. Like it wasn't a gallon, but it was this big. So I went home, I was drinking my water. I finally went to bed. When I woke up pretty late in the day, and I sat in my bed for a while, and as soon as I got out of bed, my water broke. Like water, on my way to the restroom, water just started dripping. And so I went ahead and I called Rashad, I called my mom, I told them that my water broke. So when I called you.
Yeah, I was at work, so I got the call and I was like, oh my God, it's about to happen. Our daughter's about to be here. So I went and told my manager, my boss, hey, gotta go. My daughter's about to be here. My girlfriend's going into labor. So rushed to the hospital.
Yes, I rushed to the hospital. My mom took me, and like not shortly after I got there, Rashad got there, and we were sitting there. So they went ahead and gave me some Pitocin so that my labor can be a little bit more smooth. They can speed it up, but I ended up like dilating gradually, but I never got past the 5. So they kept checking, and that was like 13 hours into labor.
Yeah, 13, 14 hours.
So they kept checking, I wasn't dilating much, and they told me the baby was very big. My hips were not gonna get any wider, but they told me that I can have 30 more minutes, see if anything happens. So during those 30 minutes.
Yeah, in those 30 minutes, like the doctor went and checked her for how far she's dilated. And he was checking, and he was just like, oh my God, this baby has a head full of hair.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was like, oh my God,
like,
this baby's about to have a lot of hair. And
the fact that she could feel it, she could feel the hair was like, ugh, like, oh my God. Anyway, but well, I know a woman and a man kept checking me. Like, yeah. So they were checking. And so they gave me 30 more minutes. I was with my aunt, my mom, Rashad, my granny, and they kept telling me to like do different things and try to like see if I can try to push, which it wasn't happening.
Yeah,
it wasn't working.
She really wanted a natural birth, but I guess the way that Zuri was positioned in there, that she wouldn't dilate any further. So
yeah, it just wasn't happening.
So they said they had to go into emergency C-section.
So yeah, they told me I gotta go into emergency C-section. I was crying, and they said I can bring one person. Of course, Rashad came along. They wheeled me out to the operation room, and they made him put on this full.
Yeah, I had to put on like a full gown, mat, like net on my hair, net on my face.
And the shoes, right?
And then net like some little shoe cover for my shoes and everything. Yeah, so. Yeah,
so they made him dress all the way up, and they pushed me into the operation room, and Rashad was sitting next to me.
I was sitting next to her. And she was so scared, and the doctor, she was like, she has to calm down or we're gonna have to ask you to leave, and we're gonna have to put her under to perform this surgery. So they tried to calm her down. I was talking to her. I was trying to like
tell me jokes. I asked him to tell me jokes. I was shivering. I was cold and I was nervous.
It was super cold in that room, and she was laying on like a metal table, like, you know, it was just, it
was traumatizing, really.
Yeah, it was traumatizing. She was so scared. So they ended up making me leave, and they had to put her under.
What happened was when he was in the room, they started clamping me to get ready, you know, to do the C-section. And they were also like poking my leg and asking me if I could feel it. And I told them yes. And then they started clamping and I told them that really hurts, like I could feel that. So they went ahead and they put the mask on me. They said they'll have to put me under. And I just remember being so scared. I thought I was gonna die. And at first I wasn't inhaling what was coming out of the mask, but then I was like, you know what, let me get this baby out of me. So I just inhaled and then I was just gone. Like I don't remember nothing. Yes. After that.
So at least I think it's about 25-30 minutes at the max. They wheeled her back in. They brought her back in on her little her table, her little bed.
Yeah.
They rolled her back in, and after that it was like at least about 10 minutes before they brought in Zuri. I was kind of like, what's going on with the baby? Then the doctor was like, oh, they're running some tests on her and everything. So about 10 minutes they brought her in, and she came in. I'll never forget her. Just first time I held her, and she was just like moving her arms and like trying to look at me. She's just looking like, who is this guy? But it was just a beautiful thing. It was so beautiful. I was just so thankful that Shady was okay and the baby is okay. And then as the nurse handed me Zuri, she was telling me like, oh, when she first came out, she wasn't breathing on her own, and they had to put her on a machine. And after a couple minutes on the machine, I guess her lungs just started working on their own perfectly fine. And then she told me sometimes when babies have to go through birth with a C-section, I guess the fluids can, I don't know. It was something
get in
like,
their lungs?
Yeah, I guess the fluids can do something, and she was okay. She was perfectly fine. Shady was still asleep.
So yeah, all I remember was when I finally woke up, I couldn't see the baby yet. Like I just didn't see her yet, and I just remember asking if she was okay. Like and they told me like I kept asking like constantly.
Yes, like the nurse said, oh, when she wakes up from the anesthesia, she's gonna be a little loopy, a little out of there. She's not gonna know what she's talking about most of the time. She's gonna forget a lot of things. She's gonna keep asking the same questions. So yeah, she did. She kept answering. She's like, is the baby okay? And I was like, yes, I got her. She's okay. 3 seconds literally go by, like, Shady, is the baby okay? And she'll just go back to sleep. She'll wake up and, is the baby okay? And I'm like, Shady, the baby is fine.
Yeah, that's really all that I was worried about. And I guess I didn't know that I kept asking, but yeah, I was just worried about my baby. Like right before they put me under, I was worried about her. So of course, as soon as I wake up, that's the first thing I'm gonna ask about. It was at least like a couple of hours after she was born until they let me hold her. Yeah, like a long time.
They wouldn't let her hold Zuri because I guess she was still under the anesthesia. She was still, I guess, a little weak and a little not all there yet. So
yeah, so
they
I don't
wouldn't let her hold her.
It wouldn't be like safe for the baby if I was holding her, I guess. But like sometimes if I think about that, like it still upsets me because I just thought I was gonna give birth to her. They're gonna put her on my chest, but that's definitely not how things went. But
in the end, we were just so happy that we had a healthy baby. She was like, oh my gosh, she's so smart.
She came out 8 pounds.
8 pounds, 8 ounces.
21 inches.
21 inches, yes. Everybody else was so far off.
Oh yeah, so we started guessing like how much she would weigh and her size.
And everyone else was so far off. I think I've guessed like 8 pounds and 8. Was I right on the nose?
I'm not sure. I
think I was right on the nose with 8 pounds and 8 ounces. But yeah, it was just a blessing. I was just thanking the Lord that she was perfectly fine and healthy.
And also the next morning they had to do her little hearing exam, and I guess they can tell like if the baby can hear something or not. That morning she did not pass because babies delivered through C-section, sometimes their hearing, you know, it's not perfect.
Yeah,
in the
but
beginning.
It was I think her left ear passed.
Yeah.
It was her left ear, but her right ear wasn't passing.
Yeah.
So we were kind of scared again.
They were telling us it's okay, like just give it some more time. Tomorrow we'll do it again.
We were kind of scared again, and so I kind of started worried again. They did the test again on her hearing, and she was like, oh, she passed with flying colors this time. And we were just so happy. It was like, oh, she's healthy.
She's perfectly fine. She's perfectly healthy despite everything that I went through and we went through with pregnancy and labor. She came out perfectly fine.
She was perfectly fine, and
that's all that matters. I would go through anything just for her to be like fine.
Yeah, and that was all I was praying for. What really scared me is when they had to put her under, and I'll never forget how scared she was, her face, and it was just a bad experience. If you're watching this video because you want to like get somebody else's experience, probably because you're about to have your first kid, just try to mask the bad thoughts. Don't let them overtake you. Yeah, because the stress on your body is worse than anything. Stressing on your body, like, you gotta remember there's another human being inside of you. It's another thing that happened when Zuri was born. It's like when the flu was it was at that point of that time of the year that this flu was really bad. Yeah,
it was on the news and everything. Everybody was scared, and to have your baby at that time and people want to come visit, you have to be like very careful who comes in. And it turned out that my mom and my sister ended up getting the flu, and I was staying with them, and I had Zuri's nursery. Everything was absolutely beautiful. I might insert a clip, and me and Zuri were not able to go home. Like,
yeah, we had to wait it out, let whatever the flu take its course, and was hoping that was okay. So we had to stay.
Also, whenever they came in to visit before they got the flu, they did touch a few things, so we had to sanitize the whole room, and Rashad took all the clothes to go wash. So Zuri, she wasn't able to wear a new outfit for a while. Like, I had to wear the hospital clothes. I had everything packed. Everything was ready. Didn't get to use any of that stuff just because we wanted to keep our baby safe, and if there were any germs anywhere, we didn't want them to get to her. And thankfully, she didn't get the flu.
A newborn can't have the vaccine at that age, so yeah, we had to disinfect the room. Like, I was on it. I was disinfecting everything. Like, I was like, ain't nothing about to.
And people were looking at us like we were crazy, because we were literally wiping everything.
And like, hey, you touch that,
and
I gotta disinfect it.
At the hospital, they got those super disinfectant wipes.
Yeah, so
they're really strong.
It's really strong. So I was wiping at everything, but in the end, everything came out fine, and Zuri was so healthy. She was a healthy baby.
Yeah.
So we just want to share this video with y'all, share our experience with y'all on how when Zuri was in labor and delivered, and
just to let y'all know, like, that every experience won't be the same. You might expect one thing and it goes completely opposite of what you
because I totally didn't expect that she would have to have a C-section and all this.
People would get the flu. She wouldn't be able to come home. We stayed at my granny's house for like a couple weeks, which my granny, she did so much for us. Oh my God. Like, she wouldn't let me like lift a finger, which I am like so grateful for her, and she knows that.
Thank you so much to her granny. Like, we just had a baby, and she's treating us like we were babies. Like, she was everything. So we hope y'all enjoyed this video. We just wanted to share our experience with you guys. We hope y'all like this video. We hope y'all gain some knowledge out of this. If you watching this video because you were searching up because you're about to have a baby, so hope you good luck, and I hope all is well and you have a healthy birth, natural. If you're new to this channel, why don't you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe now to become a part of the Blissful bunch. New videos every week, guys. We're dropping new videos every week.
Yeah.
So it's late. We're gonna end this video here. So we're gonna get out of here. Peace. Subscribe.